Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's Ren and welcome to the channel, and this is Ren's Guides. So, my first ever Path of Exile build. I'm terrified. Probably like yourself, you have been either gas grenade, or you've tried a blood build, or you've tried a lightning build, and each one of them you're probably like, oh, I don't want to play the gas grenade because everybody's getting slated for it, or you're expecting a nerf soon. But let me tell you something, right? I went a gas grenade, and I loved it. But the problem was, it just didn't feel like it was doing enough after tier 9 maps. And I felt squishy, real squishy. So I'm going to break down my build to you. So let's jump over to my live screen here real quick, and we'll just quickly go over everything. Now, when I'm my character sheet, I'm 61% armor, right? I've transferred it all to that, and I'll explain to you in a second. I've got 2.2k life, 138 strength, 176 would you call it dex, and 54 in int. I'm not chaos capped as much as I would love to be. I still haven't found any gear for it, and I'm refusing to pay the prices on the marketplace, which I'll also get to in a minute. Gear wise, before we get into the build, is I'm using just a standard crossbow. My other crossbow was a high physical and or a high fire one, depending on if I was doing gas grenade. That one there, I managed to craft myself. Nothing amazing, but it does the job. And I stuck 2 physical nodes on it. Now I could have stuck 2 lightning nodes on it, but I kind of like that one, the 20% more physical. The gear and the helmet, not so great. I just stuck a little bit of armor and evasion on there. I've got lightning resist and max armor. Most of the stuff I've crafted myself, apart from this amulet, which I've actually had to go out and buy. Wasn't the best, but it was for the stats. Over here, the belt, a little bit of cold fire in that. 15% movement speed. I'm still waiting on a 25% movement speed. Like I said, my stuff ain't great. I'm still working on it. On the opposing weaponry, I've got the just a crap bow and just a crap quiver, whatever you want to call it. Why have I got that on there? Well, that is for lightning rod and lightning rod only. Okay, so I just realized that my camera is on that side where everything is. But yeah, I think you can see most of it from there. Yeah, you can. I use the golden charms just for the sheer factor of rarity when I'm killing uniques or rares. Doesn't really do anything. And my flasks are pretty crap as well. Alright. Now going over to the big part. The skill, the ascendancies and all whatnot. So I'm going with Judge, Jury, Executioner and Pitless Killer, followed up with the Zealous Inquisition. Mass AoE, absolutely great fun. If I know I'm going to go on to a boss, however, I'll remove these 2 points and go into here for a bit of Witchbane, just because it makes bossing a little bit easier. Coming down the tree, I've went for projectile damage, attack speed, projectile damage, and then into Remorseless. Going across, I've also picked up Feel No Pain and Battle Hardened. Coming down on the right hand side again, and for more projectile damage, all the way down to where you get the split here, the 5 strength, and then I've went in here. Now I've seen a few builds that have been going down this route. And the reason I've went down this route, okay, so you've got increased damage with 2-hand weapons. Crossbow is a 2-hand weapon. Then not only that, and 10% increased accuracy, 50% accuracy, 10 to dex, which is nice. 15% area of effects, which is nice. We don't really need it, but it's nice. And 10 to strength. And then also here, 5% reduced attack speed. I can live with 5% reduced attack speed because 20% increased stun build up and 40% increased extra damage. It's like creme of the crep. Over here, you've got the backup plan, which is the evasion rate and then increased armor if you haven't been hit recently. Really good. Over here is the reload speed. I might actually remove this. I don't actually see the point in using it. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's 2 points. 2 points that could be used on something a little bit more interesting. Like maybe go over here for increase more physical and break armor, you know, and 5 extra points in whatever I want. Also, then moving down the line here, I've got Adrenaline Rush for movement speed and instant reload. Coming up over here, I've just got Exploit, and I'm using the Catalyst over here for the elemental damage. Going down over here, I've got the Forces of Nature, the Flash Storms, and the Lightning Rod. They are very handy for the lightning damage that we're going to go with. Up into here for 25% increased elements and 2 in projectile damage. Coming over in here, this is where we convert everything from evasion into armor. This is my bread and butter defense. I tried a full evasion build. It was actually really good, but prior to the patch that just happened, which is where they changed certain mobs would nuke you, I was evasion and I kept getting nuked all the time. This actually gives you that little bit of chance of surviving. So in here, I've went down here into that one for that 1% evasion, in here for increased armor and evasion, and gain evasion on extra armor. I never went for that one. Maybe if I get an extra point, I will. Over here, 10% increased attributes. Gorgeous, you know, and then all the little freeze over on this side, the freeze as well. And then for that little bit extra damage. Now, if you look at it, 2% increased damage per your lowest attribute. So right there, you know, 2% of what, 50, I don't know, that's like 20% or something like that. So yeah, over here, we'll go on again. More Sand in Your Eyes, which is more attack speed and blinds and hits targets. Over here in a Giant Slayer, which is amazing for damage. Now, a few people I've spoken to said that this Call of the Hordes doesn't really work with... and it doesn't really explain what it does. I'm trying it out right now, but see, to be honest, if you know, let me know in the comments. Does it work with Cullen Strike? How does it work with Cullen Strike? I would really like to know. So that's it for now, but I'm not fully capped level yet. I think I'm like level 81? 82. So 82, what I'll probably hit up next is try aim for the Maiming Strike, which, you know, is just straight up 25% increased attack damage. And then if I've got a little bit extra, I will probably feed it into... where is it? Blah, blah, blah. Out into here for the break armor 40% and 5% increased physical damage. So you get 25 and then more attack damage up in there. Now, I don't really take much damage, so let me just go into a map real quick. I'll show you. So let's see, got like a cheapy decay, or we'll do the Spiderwoods. Now, I am really struggling to get maps. And I'll show you my map ascendancy real quick as well, before we go in. So, as you can see here, I've went up into the high tier stones, grabbed what you call higher tier waystones. I'm going to go for that one next for local knowledge, because that just sounds amazing. Then more quality stones, you know, basically trying to get as much as I can. Obviously that one there, I want more monsters. But I still I'm not having a lot of map drops. I'm struggling to get anything over a 9 and 10. So what I'll do is I'll put it on a 9, or actually let's do it on a 12. And we'll go from there. Actually, let me buff it real quick. No, not Exalt. A Regal. Cold monsters deal damage as extra cold. Sure, whatever. Right, so that one, and it was that one. Alright, so I'm going to turn the webcam off, and you guys can just sit and relax and enjoy the gameplay. Let me know what you think. What I'll do after that, actually I should probably do it now, is skill gems. I use Permafrost for slowing certain bosses. I use Explosive Shot if I want to go back to the gas mine. My Oil Grenade I don't really worry about. Wind Dancer because it is really bloody good for evasion, and it also helps you stay alive from being hit by a melee attacker. Herald of Thunder with Cannibalism, Neuro Overlord, and Magnified Effect. That's a must. and that heals you. That's your heal, okay? Over here, lightning rod, that is my secondary. I fire that down, and you'll see what I do. Volatile mark is for big packs of mobs and bosses. I've got persistence, and I've got lightning mastery on that. I'll probably put something else on it, but I'm not sure. But then our bread and butter, which is our Galvanic Shards, and I'm only using it with a free, because I haven't found any other gem slots yet. And you can see here I'm using Fork, Martial Tempo, and Lightning Infusion. Don't worry about Gas Grenade unless you want to use it, but Scatter Shot, Immolate, Primal Armor, you know, whatever. Nothing amazing. Let's get straight to it. The only skills you need are your Galvanic, your Lightning Rod, and your Volcanic Mark, and of course your Lightning Aura. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put 2 of these down and just pop it all down. So that is literally it. You don't have to worry about anything. Like I said, I'm not great build, but I do nuke, and I have high survivability. So if you get 2 mobs come at you, just flap it up, mark it, and just go for it. Now, when you're outnumbered like 50 to 1, just like pop down your 2 of them, just hold it, and then just go. Your AoE lightning aura, like Herald of Thunder, that is like an actual heal. It's really nice. It does a lot of really good like healing, especially with big packs of mobs. Like, that is one of the biggest problems that I've had with when I was using Gas Grenade, is it wasn't fast enough to deal the overall damage. And as you can see here, I'm just going through, mauling stuff down, nothing amazing. You know, don't even have to do anything. For big bosses, it does take a little while to build up, but like I said, your primary thing is double mark down, wait till they all stack up, and then zap them. For big bosses, the exact same thing. Mark them, and zap them. And all my gear that I was using with my gas grenades transferred over, no problem. So, all I would say is add lightning damage to your gear, though it's not needed. And I have seen a lot of people say use physical damage, but as you can see here, I don't have a lot of physical damage, you know. Finally, a map. But yeah, that is literally the build. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I hope that will help you get away from the, what you call gas grenade juggler. You know, there's not really much to it. It's just free skills. I rarely use anything else. Unless I have a fast mob. If I have a really fast mob chase me, I'll put an oil down. And that slows them in their progress. And then I just wipe the floor with them. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'm going to mute myself now and just let this map run. Also, let me know what you think of my build in the comments. Do you think it's I should carry on doing stuff like this? Would you like to see something a little bit different? You know, let me know. I'm not used to doing build videos. Quite terrified actually, because the last thing I want to do is let someone down. But anyway, have a great day. Thanks for watching again.